This is how Arteta's Arsenal beat Ten Hag's Manchester United. When Arsenal tried to play out from the back in Zone A, Rashford moved near Weghorst to start the pressure, but this freed the right back. Saka dropped back to drag Shaw, and this created space for the runs of White. One way to progress was by moving Zinchenko inside, Xhaka near Nketiah, and leave Martinelli isolated in the left side. Therefore many times he received with space, and the great runs of Xhaka and Nketiah dragged United's midfielders and fullbacks. As a consequence, the midfielders that arrived to the final third had space. Another way Zinchenko was involved in the build-up was by dropping back because McTominay didn't follow him, therefore he received with space and could play forward, as McTominay was usually out of position and didn't cover the possible passing lines. This lack of aggressiveness from Manchester United's midfield helped Arsenal to break the pressure, since Odegaard was always looking for passing lines and played with the fullbacks. Also, as we said, the great runs of Arsenal's striker dragged United's defensive line, therefore Xhaka and Odegaard dominated the midfield. They were able to move the ball from left to right or vice versa, and usually Shaw had one-to-one situations against Saka. Arsenal's first goal came after a corner kick. Man United was defending deep, and Zinchenko was smart to arrive to the space, and he saw that Odegaard had positional advantage. But also it's important the movement of Martinelli because he cut inside and this freed Xhaka. After a perfect cross, Nketiah scored on the second post. When Manchester United had the ball, Shaw stayed near the centre backs and Wan-Bissaka moved forward. They usually tried to progress by the left side with Rashford. However, the runs of McTominay didn't help him because he always arrived when he was marked. The centre-backs like Lisandro Martinez played smart long balls for the runs of the strikers, however they couldn't take advantage of this. Man United's goal came by a quick transition. Shaw recovered the ball and Rashford played with Bruno Fernandes. He waited for Rashford's run, and also it's important the run of Weghorst because he dragged to the centre-backs and created a space for Rashford's shot. Since that moment, Manchester United only had chances by quick transitions and thanks to the speed of the wingers. Because when they tried to play out from the back, Arsenal covered the possible passing lines in the central channels with 4 players. Therefore, Man United only played long balls to Weghorst. Nevertheless, many times he couldn't keep the ball because 2 players were over him. On the second half, Arteta's men were more aggressive and United couldn't progress to the opponent's half. Thanks to this high pressure, Arsenal's second goal came. Zinchenko received a poor pass from Eriksen and he opened with Tomiyasu. Saka came short and thanks to the movements with his feet he got right of Eriksen and scored. Lisandro Martinez equalized the game from a corner kick thanks to a mistake from Ramsdale. Nevertheless, Arsenal still had the control of the game because United left space between the lines, and also there was a lack of communication in the final third because, as we can see, 3 players are with Xhaka because McTominay should have gone over Zinchenko and Wan-Bissaka near Martinelli. As a consequence, Varane and Martinez had a lot of work because they were always blocking the crosses. Man United tried to cover the central channels, however this freed the wingers like Martinelli. 2 players were over him, Wan-Bissaka and Antony, but when he played backwards, they didn't came back to their position, therefore United had numerical inferiority in the half space because Odegaard and Xhaka were only against McTominay. They were clever to move the ball fast and create chances. But the winning goal came thanks to the pressure, where United tried to play out from the back, yet Rashford made a mistake and played backwards to Martinez, who had to kick out the ball. From this throw-in, Partey received the ball and opened with Trossard. When he received the ball, United made the same mistake because McTominay didn't go over him and Wan-Bissaka is not close to Zinchenko. Thus Trossard played with Zinchenko and he played backwards to Odegaard, and after a deflection Nketiah scored. Leave your thoughts about this game, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by Mètrica Sports, the fundamental tool for every coach and analyst. Create and manage all your video analysis in one platform. Use coupon NasirSelad at checkout for a 10% discount.